Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Robyn Zimmerman, and our guest today is Ray Marinaccio. Good to see you.
Very nice to be here.
And you're the owner of Pool Scouts.
That's correct.
Been in business about 5 years, and your territory is Savannah and Bluffton and Beaufort and Hilton Head, so your company's doing very well.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the services you provide,
So
Ray.
at Pool Scouts, we provide pool maintenance, so we clean pools and take care of them, and we also provide pool equipment repair. And as you mentioned, we've been doing it for 5 years. And one of the things that I think makes us unique is that we try to provide our customers with a really high level of customer service and with a lot of information about what we do when we service their pool. So we send them a report every single time we service their pool. And that report
What's in the report? Yeah.
So the report has before and after pictures. So we take a picture of the pool when we get there, and we take a picture when we're done.
Okay.
It has very detailed water chemistry.
Right.
When we test their water, we bring a computer to the pool side, take a sample of the water on site, put it in the computer, and we get 7 or 8 different chemicals that we include in the report. We also give them a checklist of what we did so they know exactly what we did when we were there. And then finally, any chemicals we put in the pool, we tell them not only what chemical, but exactly how much.
And so are you seeing more saltwater pools these days?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I think a saltwater pool is a better way to chlorinate the pool. And what that is there's salt in the water.
Yeah.
And the salt runs through a piece of equipment, which is called a salt chlorinator. And an electrical current, very low voltage, breaks down the salt molecule into a chlorine molecule. So it produces chlorine a different way instead of using a chlorine tab.
Wow.
It's much less abrasive and irritating to your skin. You don't smell like chlorine when you get out of the pool.
Interesting.
And it's a very effective way to sanitize a pool.
And so more and more people are going that
Absolutely.
direction, have you seen? So tell us about your background.
So I have a relatively unique background. I've been down here in Hilton Head for 5 years. Prior to that, I was living in New York. I'm an attorney. And I was a prosecutor in New York City for about 20 years prior to making the move down here.
Wow, well thank you for your service. I bet that was a very
It
challenging position.
It certainly was. I was there in the late 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s.
Wow.
And things were kind of crazy in New York City. This was actually in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So I did do a lot of things and see a lot of
So
things.
why pools? Why did you decide to get into business?
Right.
And then do pool?
Well,
cleaning.
we wanted to relocate to South Carolina. I had 2 kids at the time who were twins, a boy and a girl, who were going to college at Clemson University in South Carolina, so it made sense to come down.
Perfect.
I always wanted to start my own business, and pool cleaning seemed to be the thing to do in Hilton Head. I mean, it made perfect sense at the time, and I think it was a great decision to make.
And so let's go back to the services you provide, which I think particularly that checklist and the report that you provide, that's very unique, isn't it?
Yeah, there may only be one other company that I'm aware of that does something similar to that, but it's especially helpful to absentee owners. So either if you own, which a lot of people in Hilton Head are, so if you own a property and you rent it, it provides you with really good information about what was going on with your pool. You don't have to be there to see it. You see pictures of your pool every week. You know what's going on with your pool. And then there's a lot of snowbirds, people who leave and vacation and go to other places.
Right.
This way they know exactly what happened to their pool every single week. There's no doubts. And one of the bigger complaints that I've heard about other companies where people wanted to change to my service is that they didn't know what was going on. I don't know if the guy came, what he did, what was going on. All that information is right there.
So is this more challenging than being a prosecutor, or is it just a different challenge?
It's certainly different. Running your own business is a very challenging thing. And there's every day you learn something new, every day something happens. And I tell people all the time, you can't get too excited and you can't get too down, because if you wait 15 minutes, something else is going to happen.
So it's just constantly changing.
It really is. It really is. And I regret that I didn't try this when I was younger. Owning your own business is certainly a very challenging thing, but very
rewarding, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And your twins are out of Clemson now?
They've graduated. They're now in Charleston and
doing well.
Doing very, very well, yes.
Well, thank you, Ray, for being with us. Ray with Pool Scouts. So check him out.
Thank
Thanks,
you very
Ray.
much.